fugitives at large in latest security breach. Tobago earthquakes, morning tremors felt. And 56 missing, 10 dead after Guyana ferry sinks. Good evening. I am Nicole Williams-Wilson, and you're locked into Tobago Updates television news for Monday, 20th July 2026. Now to our top story. Law enforcement officers engage in an island-wide search for 8 male Venezuelan illegal immigrants who escaped from the detention center in what is a second grave security breach in 1 month. Reporter Jewel Green George has these details.
A massive manhunt intensifies across Trinidad and Tobago tonight for 9 fugitives who remain at large from 2 separate disturbing security breaches in East Trinidad for the month of July. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, in a press release dated Sunday, July 19th, say they are searching for 8 Venezuelan nationals who broke out of an Aripo facility. The men escaped from the immigration detention center on Saturday afternoon. The release explained that on-duty guards noticed a strong smell of smoke coming from the housing unit and were assaulted and overpowered by a group of detainees while they were investigating the smell. 14 men fled the compound by scaling the southern perimeter fence. Law enforcement officers were able to recapture 4 of the 14 escapees within minutes. Tactical teams caught a 5th suspect along the Eastern Main Road on Sunday morning. However, these 8 men remain missing: Luis Brito, Jose Brito, Roy Maduran, Edison Monroe, Felix Espanol, Edison La Rosa, Everett Ramirez, Ernesto Jose Figaro Casado. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service deployed K9 and air units for the search. Top officials are spearheading the ongoing operations across the northern region. This is the second major breakout at the facility within a year. 5 Venezuelan nationals escaped the exact same detention center in June last year. Police later recaptured 3 of those men during overnight searches in Arima. Meanwhile, a separate search continues for the escaped murder suspect, Robbie Kedu, who has been on the run for the past 17 days. Kedu escaped from custody at the Arima General Hospital on July 3rd. He slipped away from prison supervisors while receiving medical treatment. Kedu faces pending charges of murder and attempted murder. Authorities consider this suspect armed and dangerous. Police admonished the public not to approach any of these suspects if they are spotted, and sends a strict public warning against helping any of these 9 fugitives, which is considered a serious criminal offense and carries a penalty of up to 7 years in prison. Officials say providing food, clothing, or transportation is a major crime. Anyone with information should call 999 or 800 TIPS immediately. Jewel Green George, Tobago Updates Television News.
2 earthquakes rattled Trinidad and Tobago early this morning, waking many residents with widespread shaking. According to the UE Seismic Research Center, the first tremor struck at 5:45 a.m. with a magnitude of 5.1. That quake occurred just off Scarborough at a depth of 59.4 kilometers. Exactly 1 hour and 10 minutes later, a second seismic event hit the area. At 6:55 a.m., a 5.0 magnitude earthquake registered at a deeper depth of 80.1 kilometers. The double tremors caused moderate shaking right here in Scarborough, where residents reported rattling windows and swaying structures. The effects crossed the Gulf of Paria, triggering weak tremors across northern Trinidad, including Arima and Port of Spain. Officials say there are no immediate reports of structural damage or injuries on either island. The Seismic Research Center notes that back-to-back events of this size are common in our active tectonic region. Authorities continue to monitor the situation and remind citizens to keep emergency kits ready. If you also felt the earthquake, be sure to let us know in the comments below. Tonight, maritime emergency teams continue against the clock. Off the coast of Guyana following a catastrophic maritime disaster, 56 passengers remain unaccounted for after a local ferry capsized and sank in the North Atlantic darkness. We go straight to the details of this developing crisis with reporter Jewel Green George.
A massive search and rescue operation continues 7 miles off the Essequibo coast tonight. The 87-year-old passenger ferry MV Barima, officially carrying 133 people, 116 passengers and 17 crew, began sinking into the river around midnight after sending a distress call at 11 p.m. Emergency deployment teams have successfully rescued 67 survivors from the Atlantic waters so far. Among those saved are 15 young children. Survivors report noticing water entering the hull around 9 o'clock. Passengers voiced deep concern to crew members early on. However, those on board received repeated assurances that the situation was entirely under control. Tragically, 56 passengers remain missing, and the death toll from the MV Barima tragedy has reached 10. The identification of the bodies recovered is being done at the charity hospital in Region 2, in what officials are calling a major maritime accident. Many of the unaccounted individuals are school-aged children traveling to reunite with family in Region 1 as the local public school term concluded on July 3rd. Preliminary reports indicate challenging tidal and sea conditions may have caused the vessel to capsize suddenly. Authorities state the ferry operated within legal cargo limits and carried sufficient life-saving equipment. However, at a press briefing on Sunday night, authorities said they are now unsure of how many people were actually aboard the vessel and have arrested the captain of the vessel after he tested positive for narcotics. This incident marks the most severe crisis the nation has faced in decades. Prior to this ongoing disaster, Guyana's notable recent maritime accidents were significantly smaller in scale. In June 2012, the freighter Miss Eliza capsized and sank in the Demerara River. A shifting cargo of coconuts and rice caused that flip, resulting in 1 missing crew. Later, in June 2016, the passenger ferry Macaira ran heavily aground on the Essequibo River. Low tide stranded the heavy-laden vessel, though no injuries or casualties were reported. This maritime tragedy unfolds just days after a massive fire completely leveled the children's home in Enmore. While all 33 orphans safely escaped that blaze, an infant died in the adjacent quarters. The search grid now extends across 1,070 square kilometers of open ocean. Marine assets and civilian volunteers vow to continue operations until everyone is accounted for, as authorities ask anyone who knows someone who traveled on the MV Barima's tragic trip but isn't listed to contact their hotline. Jewel Green George, Tobago Updates Television News.
Up next, Spain claims 2026 World Cup crown.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Step out of my dreams to my real life. This girl, I wanna know you feel like, yeah. Come closer to me, let the stars align, yeah. In the middle of the night, you bring the sunshine. Miss Lady, she have a pot on the fire, burn a flame when she cooking.
As small Caribbean islands, we do need to remember that we can't do it individually. The Caribbean needs to work as a whole. From something as simple as pool procurement of medicine or pool procurement of equipment, to sharing training, to having centers of excellence in different islands. Working together as one, we can become giants.
Be viewing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
Thank you for staying with us. The songs of clinging glasses, roaring chairs, and heavy sighs echoed across Tobago on Sunday evening. Local football fanatics gathered in massive numbers at their favorite bars from Scrum Point to Scarborough to watch Spain capture their second FIFA World Cup title with a grueling 1-0 victory over defending champions Argentina. AMPLIA Balgobin has the details.
The atmosphere inside the crowded venues was electric, divided cleanly between local Messi loyalists and a smaller vocal contingent back in La Roja. For 90 minutes, the local crowds endured an absolute nail-biter. Spain heavily dominated possession, but they were repeatedly denied by the heroic efforts of Argentina's goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez, who racked up a staggering 12 saves. The tension in Tobago's local bars hit a boiling point in late regulation when Argentina's Enzo Fernandez was shown a second yellow card, reducing them to 10 men. As the grueling physical match shifted into extra time, fans braced themselves for a dramatic penalty shootout. Then came the definitive 106th minute, a deep cross from Pedro Porro found Nico Williams, who expertly nodded the ball down into the danger zone. Substitute forward Ferran Torres met it perfectly, lashing a superb finish into the roof of the net past helpless Martinez. While Spain supporters at the bar erupted into joyous dancing and spilled drinks, a heavy heartbroken silence fell over the tables of Messi fans. Recognizing the end of an era, defensively impenetrable Spain held firm for the final 40 minutes to steal the historic crown. As the final whistle blew at the MetLife Stadium, Tobago's football faithful remained glued to the screens, raising their glasses to toast a thrilling, masterfully played end to the 2026 World Cup tournament. AMPLIA Balgobin, reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
Tobago is mourning the loss of culinary pioneer Greta Trim, who passed away on July 16th. This follows the passing of local cultural icon and legend Oscar B. earlier this month. The 90-year-old entrepreneur famously put Storby on the global map with her signature crab and dumpling and her business Miss Trim's Foods, sharing the authentic flavor of Tobago with the world. Known affectionately as Ma Trim or Miss Trim, died peacefully surrounded by her family and loved ones. Trim previously served the community as a local representative for Crown Point, Bonaccord, and Canaan. Tobago West Member of Parliament Joel Sampson took to social media to offer high praise describing Trim as a true force of nature, while Tobago coordinator Sadie Monique Harry Alfred originally praised Trim as one of the original sweet hands food vendors at a recent retraining workshop at THTI. Officials say Trim often provided free meals to patrons who lacked enough money to pay. Generations of local and international visitors built lasting family legacies around her iconic beachfront business. Her family continues her tradition, raising professionals who actively contribute to Trinidad and Tobago today. The family is currently finalizing funeral arrangements and will share details with the public soon. The vibrant traditions of the Tobago Heritage Festival took center stage in Moriah on Saturday with the highly anticipated staging of the iconic Moriah Old Time Wedding. CEO of Tobago Festivals, Kern Cowan, says the event continues to draw diverse crowds, proving that local culture remains a major pull for international visitors. AMPLIA Balgobin has the details.
The streets of Moriah came alive on Saturday as locals and visitors gathered to witness the timeless tradition of the Tobago Old Time Wedding. The event, a cornerstone of the annual Heritage Festival, showcased the rich cultural displays and storytelling that the island is known for. Speaking at the festivities, CEO of the Tobago Festivals Commission, Kern Cowan, emphasized that the production continues to stand out as a premier cultural brand.
This year's production, like no other, it remains, well, like all of the years that it has been done, continues to be a trademark. The Tobago Old Time Wedding is a strong product in the Heritage Festival and in Tobago, and continues to outshine and shine in itself at the entire festival's presentation.
Cowan noted a visible shift in the crowd's demographics, pointing out a significant presence of international visitors. He expressed satisfaction that the festival's reach is expanding, pointing to the previous day's old-time heritage fair on the Esplanade as further proof of this cultural evolution in its 39th year.
You see the faces, they are not all Tobagonians, and I'm really happy about that. That tells you that the product is reaching where it needs to reach, and there are people who are interested in Tobago's culture and what it can showcase. And you're seeing that continuously, even from yesterday's old-time fair on the Esplanade. We saw a lot of Americans who came. There are a lot of foodie people who were there as well. So you're seeing that the evolution of the festival continues to be. And in the 39th year, we are definitely proud to see where we are now.
With the festival now in full swing, the festival CEO is urging the public not to miss a single night of the upcoming calendar. He teased a deep dive into the unique history of various villages, highlighting upcoming stops like Pembroke, Buku, and Charlotteville.
Get ready to be told the whole story from Pan, from the Miss Personality, from all of what has to happen. You don't miss any single night. Pembroke, be there. That's the Salaka Feast. Be in Buku tomorrow, 7 p.m. Well, all day right into night, Buku will tell its own story. And Buku is rich, just like Moriah, with a lot of history, with a lot of stories to be told. So there is a piece of the story at each village that you don't want to miss. Monday is Charlotteville, National Treasures Day, also one not to miss.
Up next for the Heritage Festival is Thursday's celebration of folk tales and superstitions in Lescatu. Reporting for Tobago Updates Television News, I am AMPLIA Balgobin.
The news will continue in a moment, but why wait? You can follow every story, every update all the time, join the conversation, and find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. Don't miss a beat. We'll be right back.
The Caribbean is more than just a place. It's a spirit, resilient, vibrant, and full of possibility. It's who we are and the heart of everything we do. For over 150 years, we've been right here, invested in the Caribbean, its people and its progress. And today, we're going even further. We're deepening our commitment to the region, continuing to invest in the networks, services and digital solutions that move Caribbean businesses forward. Whether you are a mid-sized business or multinational player, we bring you resilient connectivity, personalized service, and tailored IT solutions, all powered by local teams that truly have your back. We're here to help you navigate challenges, grow, and achieve your goals with practical solutions, reliable networks, and a partnership rooted in trust and your long-term success. Liberty Business, rooted in the Caribbean, committed to you.
Coming up, Barbados kicks off festival season with Crop Over, where you can live like a local. Moments of discovery and joy during Culinary Month in Antigua and Barbuda. Find that hero within you. As these women of vision share their stories of success, Caribbean Passport TV, your guide to what's happening in the region, here on this station.
Nice.
If I have to call a supervisor one more time to sign off on a customer because their financials are in a mess, I will scream.
Don't scream in a bank. That have lock up in it.
It's either they're not registered properly, or you know what? We could just forget about annual returns, right?
Compliance is a bad word to most of them. All your compliance out of here. But let me eat.
What is wrong with Trinbagonians? I mean, it has so much help they could get out there.
Well, you know, Trinis, we don't like to spend we money.
But you know what? Be comfortable with losing we money. That make it any financial
What people should do is call Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago.
Wait, what? Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago?
Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago Tax and Accounting Services. Yeah, they offer helping from registering your business to filing your tax. My lunch is over.
Wait, tell me more.
No, go and scream in the bank. You go and scream in the bank.
No, I don't get one sooner.
Welcome back. The United States Embassy in Port of Spain is bringing its official outreach sessions directly to Tobago starting tomorrow. Residents will have the opportunity of learning about studying in the United States and applying for available grant funding. The first set of sessions take place Tuesday, July 21st in Scarborough. Embassy officers will host the public at the Costat campus located at Port Mall on the corner of Sangsas Hill and Milford Road. An introductory session on how to study in the U.S. begins at 10 a.m. This will be followed by personalized one-on-one advising sessions starting at 10:30 a.m. Space for these individual consultation is limited and will be granted on a first-come, first-served basis. In the afternoon, the focus shifts to financial support. Embassy representatives will host two separate informational sessions detailing the U.S. Embassy Small Grants Program. Those meetings are scheduled for 11 p.m. and 2 p.m. On Wednesday, July 22nd, the outreach initiative moves to East Tobago. All sessions on Wednesday will be held at the Glamorgan Multipurpose Facility on Windward Main Road. The schedule follows a similar format featuring the educational overview at 10 a.m., individual advising at 10:30 a.m., and a small grant session at 11 p.m. Pre-registration is required to attend any of these free sessions. Interested individuals can access the sign-up portal by scanning the registration code available on the Embassy's official social media platforms. Young entrepreneurs across Tobago are getting a major boost to take their venture to the next level. The recent Building Blocks Youth Business Conference provided a low-cost platform for innovators aged 18 to 45 to master financial literacy and digital marketing. Reporter AMPLIA Balgobin has the details.
Navigating the business world can be a steep and costly climb for young professionals, especially in today's economic climate. Recognizing this hurdle, the Building Blocks Youth Business Conference set out to bridge the gap. Olivia Chadban, founder of the Women in Business pop-up shop, explains that the event was designed to offer critical business guidance without the hefty price tag.
The Building Blocks Youth Business Conference, which is catered for youth entrepreneurs between the ages of 18 to 45. I wanted to give youth entrepreneurs an opportunity to gain knowledge at a low cost. We are living in an area where stuff can be quite expensive, so if I could give them an opportunity to gain knowledge, understand financial literacy and digital marketing, why not?
Beyond the workshop, the conference focused heavily on mentorship and connection. Chadban knows that while many young people in Tobago possess an innate entrepreneurial spirit from an early age, they often lack the network and resources to turn those early ambitions into sustainable enterprise.
Additionally, we are networking. We live in an area where it's not what you know, but who you know. We want to ensure that the youths could network and gain knowledge from these experienced business persons that we have here in Tobago. I believe that at the age of 15, I already knew that I wanted to be a business person. I remember me and my friend, we used to go on Amazon and look for stuff that we could resell. And that is something that has been instilled with me over the time. And I know there are a lot of youths which have the same mindset also, but they probably just don't have the proper guidance or tools.
By connecting tomorrow's innovators with established leaders right here at home, the initiative hopes to lay a stronger foundation for local community and economic growth. Reporting for Tobago Updates Television News, I am AMPLIA Balgobin.
A recent law enforcement crackdown in Tobago led to the arrest and multiple drivers being ticketed for traffic violations. Officers targeted the Charlottesville and Roxborough districts during a 5-hour coordinated roadblock operation that ran between 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. on Friday, July 17, 2026, aimed at boosting police visibility and ensuring motorists complied with the Motor Vehicle and Road Traffic Act. The exercise resulted in officers completing 25 stop-and-search forms and issuing 9 traffic tickets. The operation also led to the surprising arrest of a 45-year-old woman from Speyside. Officers detained her after she allegedly handed over a fake car insurance certificate during the vehicle check. She remains in police custody on suspicion of uttering a forged document while investigators look further into the case. The coordinated exercise was directed by Assistant Commissioner of Police Singh, coordinated by Senior Superintendent Kirk, and executed by a leadership team including WASAP Bacchus, Sergeant Robley, and Acting Sergeant Edwards. They worked alongside officers from both the Charlottesville and Roxborough Police Station to carry out the sweeps. The weather report when we return.
And I have never, ever tried anything from the dirt oven.
Let's go to the backyard dirt oven on a Thursday. Talk about authentic. On entry, I felt at home. I felt like I was going to visit my loving grandmother on a weekend. The kind of weekend where she showers you with love, stories, and food. This place is a home away from home. And just like I would do at home, I pop the question, what you had to eat day? And boom, coconut drops. Boom, bread. Boom, garlic bread, boom, hops, boom, coconut tart, boom, jam tart, and boom, something they call nuts. And just like that, Mistress Baker was ready to pop them in the oven. And Don't worry, she had some help. And while we was waiting, I said, let we hear from Mistress Baker herself.
Well, we've been operating for a couple of years now. We started, this was a COVID project. We operate strictly on Tuesdays only. You don't keep stock, we only sell on Tuesdays.
Such a sweet lady. Hey, Olia, it's ready. When last you see a nice golden brown bread, sir? Backyard bakery for the win. Olia, a GT. I finally get me the oven bread with a little extra goodies on the side. You might be asking, where they're located? They are located on Bukuru, right on Nightingale Avenue, right before Racetrack Wheels if you're coming from town. Just look for the green hedge. You can't miss it. Pause. Check out the menu they one time. Honestly, guys, this is an experience I will never forget. It's a home away from home, a place filled with love, life, and most importantly, good bread.
Welcome back. Now for a look at the weather update from the Trinidad and Tobago Met Office. Tonight we can expect mostly fair but hazy conditions across the island, except for a few brief showers mainly favoring the Leeward Islands. Minimum temperatures are expected to drop to 25 degrees Celsius at both Piarco and Crum Point. Tomorrow, Tuesday, conditions will be predominantly sunny, hazy and breezy, despite a low 30% chance of brief isolated showers. Please note that a moderate concentration of Saharan dust is present in the atmosphere, so individuals sensitive to these air quality changes should take the necessary precautions. The heat index is forecast to reach 36 degrees Celsius at Piarco and 35 degrees Celsius at Crum Point. Sea remains moderate, with waves in open waters ranging from 1.5 to 2.0 meters. In sheltered areas, waves will stay below 1.0 meter. For those monitoring the tides on Tuesday, in Port of Spain, high tides are at 9:28 a.m. and 9:42 p.m., with low tides at 3:15 a.m. and 3:10 p.m. In Scarborough, high tides are at 9:30 a.m. and 9:38 p.m., with low tides at 3:22 a.m. and 3:19 p.m. Sunrise is at 5:52 a.m. and sunset at 6:32. And that's all the time we have for tonight's Tobago Updates News. Have a great night. Let's recap the headlines. 8 fugitives at large in latest security breach. Tobago earthquakes, morning tremors felt. And 56 missing, 10 dead after Guyana ferry sinks.